What do you do if you're a victim of IRS tax fraud? That's the question we're going to answer today. My name is Darren T. Mish. They call me the IRS Solution Attorney. This is a complex issue, and this is happening more and more, where people are basically appropriating your Social Security number and filing tax returns to get large, usually large, refunds in your name, and they're basically stealing from the IRS. If you find that this has happened to you, this is what you need to do. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to file a report with the local police. Now, I'm not really sure why you do this, other than the fact that you just have to have the report just to prove that you did it, okay? Because I happen to know that the IRS does not cooperate well at all with local police. There was a story here in Tampa where I actually knew a Tampa detective who was working on this case. There was a guy that they suspected of basically dealing drugs. His entire car was chromed. And so they knew that there was something wrong. They knew that this guy, based on where he was living and other things, that he couldn't afford to have a chromed car. Chromed car would be very expensive. And so they conducted surveillance, and they never saw him dealing drugs or anything like that. But eventually they pulled him over, and what they found in the car was like hundreds of tax refund checks. And this guy was running one of the very biggest IRS, tax fraud schemes in the entire country. The local police, the Tampa Police Department, actually contacted the IRS, and the IRS said, we can't talk to you because of taxpayer confidentiality. So anyway, that's step number one, is you want to file a report with the local police. Step two is you want to go ahead and go to ftc.gov. That's the Federal Trade Commission, and you're going to want to file a formal complaint that this has been done to you. Again, this is one of those things that you just have to do just so you can have the report, and it's basically for statistical reasons that the government can track how much of this is going on. The next thing you want to do is you want to contact all three major credit bureaus. That's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and you want to go ahead and explain to them that you've been the victim of identity theft, that somebody has your Social Security number, and then you want to put a hold on your credit bureau so that they can't actually use your Social Security number and or date of birth and things like that to create more financial havoc in your life. Actually happened to me. Somebody obtained my identity, bought a bunch of computers, a bunch of Dell computers, and had them shipped to the Bronx in New York. When this happened, I had never been to New York, and I still have never been to the Bronx. And so they shipped these computers to the Bronx, and it was up to me to figure out how to solve that problem. Long story short, I didn't have to pay for the computers, but it was a big, gigantic headache. The fourth thing here on the list, and the last thing, is you're going to want to go ahead and file an IRS Form 14039. It's an identity theft affidavit where you indicate to the IRS that this has occurred to you. These cases are complex. They take a long time. It's going to take the IRS somewhere between 6 and 12 months to work this out for you. They eventually will get it worked out. You won't have to pay, any taxes because you didn't get the money, and they'll eventually work it out. Usually what they do is they put an identity, they can do one of two things. They can put an ID theft hold on 1 year or all years. And so you're going to really just have to, figure out which one of those that you want to do. If you have questions about this or really anything else having to do with IRS problem resolution, I'd invite you to visit the website at getirshelp.com.